Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful world of Hermitcraft. And it is so good to be back because we have been away for quite some time because unfortunately after Mine Fair, I got sick, but this was a lucky time because it didn't require me to have to go to the hospital and I was able to get over it in a quarter of the time since our last time we were sick. So I am very, very pleased about that. And it's just so good to be back flying around, ouch, through the wonderful worlds of Hermitcraft once again. And to have you guys coming along as we start a brand new project today, which is going to be absolutely amazing. But there is Black Sands Island, which we worked on in our last episode along with the glass shop. And I can see our old friend, the snow is back. You know, you're away from the server for a week and the snow starts to creep on back. So we gotta take care of that today. But yeah, speaking of that glass house, let's take a look at that. This build makes me laugh every time I look at it because it truly is the craziest build that we have ever made on the server. It's a house entirely made of glass with all sorts of like interesting little details in it, and of course a full landscape package made of glass in the front, and of course glass trees, glass flowers and shrubs, and don't forget a nice little brick walkway leading right inside. But I just got to stop here, guys, and thank you so much for the support in those last two episodes, from Black Sands Island to our glass house shop here. The support on the videos have meant so much, and all the support also while I was sick. Now, I have a bad feeling about this. I don't smell diamonds, and I'm pretty sure my diamond senses are always correct. And they are true. Hermits, come on now. This is beautiful harvest glass from Convex Island. And wait, Convex Island, that sounds like a jail. But hermits, come on guys. This is beautiful glass here. You guys got a shop here. So with that, you guys need to let the hermits know that that is the finest glass in all of the Hermitcraft server. But anyway, as we fly over Sahara, we are going to be moving to our next project site, and that is here in the futuristic district on the other side of this massive mound of white, and that is the brand new HRN station. Kahn Corp is going to be building and donating the Hermitcraft server an public transportation system. We're going to build an absolutely amazing futuristic train station that is floating in the air, connected to the cliff, and there's going to be rocket platforms, and there's going to be just an absolute abundance of beautiful, wondrous, futuristic designs, and I am very, very excited to start building this. Now, we're going to need a whole lot of concrete, but that's a good thing because Kahn Corp, I mean, we were like born of concrete. It's right in our name, by the way. So yeah, Kahn Corp is going to be sponsoring this station right in the backyard of Sahara. But anyway, yeah, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I really hope this inspires you for all your futuristic builds, but we need to get, like I said, a whole lot of concrete. But before we get that concrete for our project today, I have an announcement and a request from you. So with the release of Minecraft 1.14, the Jelly update, which is now the official name of this update, and I want you guys to use that, I am working on an introduction video for Jelly to the world, to herself, to meet the digital Jelly. It's gonna be fantastic, but there's a key component that I need from you, and that is screenshots of you in the world playing Minecraft with Jelly. So that could be exploring, building, mining, or in front of some beautiful contraption or build that you have created. And there'll be extra bonus points if these are videos and or fan art. So fan art could be Jelly in general, or digital Jelly, Jelly in Minecraft, anything like that would be absolutely wonderful. And I know you guys are so creative and are gonna come up with some fantastic ideas. So like I said, I need these screenshots, fan art, or videos, and this is how you can send these to me to be featured in this video. So first, my Twitter, so at GTWScar, and you can go hashtag Jelly Minecraft, and then place the artwork, the screenshots, what have you, in that tweet. Or if you don't have Twitter, at goodartwithscar@gmail.com. So once again, goodartwithscar@gmail.com, and I'll have this all in the links and descriptions down below. And you can send me the artwork, the screenshots at that email address. And I'm just so excited to put this video together. I think you guys are gonna absolutely love it. And I think it'll be a really, really good way to introduce real jelly to the digital jelly to the world. And I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. So please spread the word and send me those screenshots and artwork. I cannot wait to get my own jelly, but Hermitcraft is still in 1.14 because 1.14 has a few glitches that we need to resolve before we update the server. So I thought it would be a perfect time to fly to the Iron Titan and pay our respects to Tango and the Iron Titan, because the Iron Titan has been filling the iron reserves here on Hermitcraft and so many other SMPs and single player worlds for so many updates with beautiful iron. And in my case, I have made so many iron trapdoors with Tango's iron. And I just want to stop and just pay respects to this incredible contraption and such a beautiful death chamber. And that sounded terrible to say out loud, but I'm loving every minute of it. And that's what I love about Tango's skill, is that he is able to create these magnificent technical structures, but also do it in such a creative and beautiful way. So with the 1.13 update, we got the drams, and to throw the tridents at the iron golems to release their irony goodness is such a beautiful and creative way of doing it. And that's what I respect so much about Tango, and I cannot wait to see what he comes up with in the next episode. But as we are here, I thought we could do a bit of iron crafting into blocks. Maybe we fill up a couple chests, and maybe, as you know, a payment for my time, maybe just like a free shulker box for Scar. Does that sound fair? I think it does. And there we go. 6 full boxes of iron blocks crafted up. And I think that's pretty good. And like I said, I think the payment there should be a shulker box of iron. But anyway, once again, mad respects to Tango for his incredible skills, and cannot wait to see what 1.14 brings in the iron department. But it is time to go and start crafting some Kahn Creek. Welcome back to the Secret Pirate Cave, and we're well underway in getting everything we need ready for today's episode. So I've got a whole bunch of concretified white, and I need to fill this one up here with more powdered, and we're probably gonna need a whole lot more of our blue concrete. And I did concretify some gray, and I think we have some powdered gray too. So my estimations are we're gonna need 1 additional box of blue, and we're gonna need 1 additional box of our gray concrete. So we can start working on our blue at the moment. So I've prepped the area that we're going to be working at, and it's going to require a little bit of terraforming. I think we'll do some of that on stream because where we want to build it is a little bit lower to the water than I anticipated. So we're just going to build the mountain up a little bit higher instead of change our design. So I think that will work very, very well. So let me concretify that, and let's get to the site. And there we go. We've got ourselves an organized crafting central where we have all of our supplies for the project. And as you can see, once we shoot off into the air and swoop on back, we've got a stick in the air. But that stick in the air is how I am lining everything up. So if we head way up here, you can see this is where the start of the platform is going to go, and it's going to extend way out. Now you'll notice that this is above the rock face right here. That's because I want to build these mountains up quite a bit more because they look a little scrawny, and I think they could look so much better with a little bit of Scar magic in the terraforming department right there. I think that'd look really, really cool. And especially having this floating rocket platform being up in the air, hovering above the ocean, is going to look fantastic. So this line right here is going to go into the station and then come back out. Now it's a little bit of backtracking, yes, but it's going to be well worth it because it's going to be absolutely amazing once it's done. And along with just the station platform that we're going to build right here, we're going to have on both sides floating BFR launch pads. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic. So what I'm gonna do is start lining everything up. So we have a lot of precision building to do because this thing is gonna have a really, really amazing shape. So Wish me luck. We now have a game plan for the station. I've taken some time in creative and made a few mock-ups, and now I've got some notes here, as you can see, that will help us in the design. Now, originally I was looking at what I created and thinking, this is incredibly complicated and I have no idea how to make this in survival, but what I did was I just broke down the shape into simple boxes, as you could have seen in the note there, and it was super easy. Instead of like, you know, start drawing the whiskers of the dog before you even have the structure of the dog. So here we go. What we're going to start working on is the walkway that leads to the station. So we're going to start kind of building that up now, and as you can see, these are 2 gray blocks upwards with a 3 block separation between the 2, and we're just going to build that out just a little bit. Now, the design of this particular build I think will fit in really well with the things around here. So we have Grian's base, we have Saharia, we have the HRN station out there for the architects, things along those lines, and I think this will be unique but also fit really well within those 2 things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build this up a little bit, and then we're going to run that across there. So you can kind of see how this walkway is going to work. And I'm going to bring this out by 1 more block, and there we are. So this should be 9 blocks all the way across once we have it. So we're going to take that design and we're going to pull it all the way out to here and then start working on the station. This is hilarious. That drown thinks he died. Did the trident kill him? Oh my gosh. Replay the video. Tell me if that happened or not. I've been watching him just throw these tridents at me this entire time I've been building up here, and I think he finally met his demise by his own hand. That is hilarious. We now have a gigantic platform floating in the air, looking super awesome here. So let's shoot down and fly up into the clouds and look at our beautiful platform floating in the air there. And I just have great visions of how this is all going to come together. And I can't wait till there's additional modules floating in the area. Oh, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So this is what we're going to work on now, is the lower section. So I kind of want this to be a tapered design. And when I was working in creative, I made a wither by mistake, like a legitimate, it looked kind of like a wither. So I kind of changed it up a little bit because it brought terrible memories of the beginning of the season back to my mind. But anyway, we're gonna have that kind of coming downwards, and what it's gonna be at the bottom is a thruster engine, and that's what's keeping it elevated up in the air. So in my mind, in the future, it's easier to have these mobile platforms floating in the air, and you can move them around or, you know, change it around instead of, you know, building something permanent to the ground. And that's why it's gonna have a little thruster at the bottom, and that's what's keeping it aloft. So I'm loving every minute of it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump into super fast build mode and start working on our not withered tail. And as we jump into super fast build mode, I thought we could talk about where I have been. So many of you guys have been asking, and I traveled to Los Angeles to attend Mindfair, which was absolutely amazing. Meeting all of the Scarians, hanging out with you guys was an absolute blast, and traveling with my brother is always fun. Where the vlog is coming, I just need to finish editing it and it'll be out soon. I think you guys will have a lot of fun watching that. But on the way back, I unfortunately got sick, and not as bad as December, thankfully. But it really kind of took the wind out of my sails. I think we had some really good momentum going into that weekend, and unfortunately, when you do get sick like this, you get kind of resentful. You're like, I'm never gonna go out anymore. I'm tired of getting sick and all that stuff. But once your mind clears of that, that's no way to live. I love being a hermit in Hermitcraft, but I don't want to be a hermit in real life. Even though there's a potential of risk and things along those lines, you gotta live a little. You gotta live. Life is incredibly short, and living it inside of a room tucked away from the world is truly not a way to live. So we're gonna redouble our efforts. More hand sanitizer, more alcohol wipes for our next trip, which is actually coming up on May 17th and 18th. I will be in Seattle attending Mindfair once again, and I definitely hope to see you guys if you live in the Northwest, because we have a really great time together. Remember how Black Sands Island became an unintentional mega project? Well, this station has become that in itself, because I tore it all out. And you can kind of see it in the time lapse there. I was not pleased with the perspective of it. I originally had a layout for this in creative, but once I started building here in survival, I started changing things, you know, inspiration kept hitting me. But unfortunately, it really like threw me for a loop, and I really goofed up the perspective of the structure. So even though it took another day to make this episode, I am very glad that I did tear it out because I think it is looking good. Now, there's definitely some pieces that still need a little bit of adjustment here at the bottom section. It might be a little bit too thick down at that lowest blue portion there. And you might be asking, Scar, why is it blue? Well, this is sponsored by Kahn after all, and we have to represent it with the convex colors. Anyway, this is the thruster engine. So that is what's kind of keeping this aloft in the air. And that's why vision of the future, right? Is everything's kind of hovering and mobile and able to move all around. It's not tied to the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the thruster plume coming outwards. Now, this isn't going to be, you know, red and orange as a traditional one. No, this is some kind of futuristic propulsion device, and it's coming out dark blue, light blue, and then into white. And then down in the water of the ocean, it's kind of freezing it. We'll put some ice down here, things along those lines. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of futuristic hydrogen engine. Who knows? It could be all sorts of wonderful things. But anyway, I think that's going to look fantastic down at the bottom. So we need to do that and also start brainstorming what we're going to do for the top. Now, this, of course, is where the station is going to be. And there's a lot of room down below for, you know, the redstone mechanics of it. And also, this is an unintentional mob farm, but I have started to light it up. So we'll be safe. I'm thinking ahead, guys. I'm using my brain. Kind of. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of room up here to start building the station and start brainstorming what could be on top. So where we're going to turn our attention is the thruster. I'm still trying to envision what the top... Oh, come on. Just missed it. I'm still trying to envision what the top portion is going to look like. So in the meantime, that's what I want to work on now is this piece of it. And I want to add a little bit of lighting in here if I can scaffold on up there. Awesome. And I'm going to put that one there and there. And I think that's probably going to be good. Let's do one more just to be safe. There we go. And then we're going to take our blue and we're going to start bringing that inside there like that. Oh, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then this is going to come outwards here. And it'll just work its way down. Awesome, beautiful. So one thing I wanted to talk about is that in the coming weeks, I'm planning on doing a charity stream. And we haven't done one for quite some time because last year I was planning on doing it. And unfortunately, some family stuff came up, and that the month I was planning on doing it just wasn't going to work out because I like to do the St. Jude Play live stream every other year. So we did one in 2014, then we did one in 2016, and then I was supposed to do one last year, but like I said, some stuff came up, and the last one we did was really amazing because we did it in honor of my grandpa who passed away from cancer. And sadly, I have another family member that's battling cancer, and once again, we're going to do it in their honor, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. We might stream once on YouTube and then once on Twitch. So we'll see how the whole schedule is going to go. But yeah, it's been a little while since our last one in 2016, but I think we could do some good here in the Scar community. So look forward to that. And I think this plume is starting to look pretty nice. So the way to kind of jazz it up a little bit is to take a little bit of these panes and start running them along the sides like that. And yeah, I think that'll actually look really cool. And if we head up here just a little bit further and we put some of these like that, beautiful. So yeah, that's how you kind of add some more detail. And then, well, I was going to show you, but now I'm in the water. We're going to start putting some of the lighter color in, and that will kind of help kind of diffuse the plume as it gets lower to the ground. I think that'll look really cool. And then, like I said, we'll do some ice down here. It's going to look quite beautiful. And there we are. The plume is now powering the structure, and I think that is looking really, really cool. So I did add a few end rods to it so that it is a little bit more lit up, because otherwise it would have been in the dark shadows being under the platform, and the end rods just blend right into it, so you can barely even see them, even if you're trying to look for them. So I think that's looking really cool. We still have that. It looks like I put like a marker across there. So somehow I need to figure out how to fix that. But anyway, turning our attention now to the top of the platform. Oh, I thought I was going to die in the unintentional mob farm down below. Hold on, let's get out of here. There we are. So what we need to do is we need to add a top. So, bring our white concrete all the way across there and then start assembling the station building. Now, I do finally have an idea for the building, but what I don't have is the top. So what should we do up there? And I want to know what you guys would think would be cool. So first, should we do a rocket platform? And if you like that, hashtag rocket platform in the comments, or a communication array. So hashtag communication array, or even maybe power generation, some kind of maybe wind turbine that spins, but combined with communications. I don't know. All those little things could be really cool, because if we don't do the rocket platform on the top of the building, we can do them off of the sides, floating platforms and things like that. So yeah, communications, rockets, or power generation, let me know in the comments. And yeah, it's time to start building our station. So hit it one more time. Super fast builder. Super fast build mode, and before I show you the final design for the HRN, not RGN, we're out front of Sad Coral, the location of corporate sabotage. That is right. Our pals over at Saharia came here and attempted to frame us to pursue their goals of PR, to try to boost themselves in the eyes of our beautiful hermit friends. But oh, no. Cubfan debunked the whole thing, and I highly encourage you to watch their video. And us at Kahn Corp, we fully admit there was a darker time here on the server, a time when Kahn Corp did pollute the server in the pursuit of dead coral, but today we murder our coral in an organic and humane way. And you can see that by the river here, this beautiful spout of cleaned water through Cub's wizardry of filtration. I'm just gonna jump down here. I'm gonna take a little drink of it. Look at this, look at this. Oh, after a long day of work, that was so very refreshing. And I love every minute of it. And you might notice there is a hippie caravan here with their tie-dye products. And that, of course, is Rembob, a gentleman I get all my beads from. And he's set up here, and I fully understand why he would set up here, because this area was polluted and disgusting. And he is a man of the environment, and he was protesting. But we will soon have a meeting with him, and most likely his caravan will now be sponsored by Kahn Corp and our pursuits for a greener, happier community. So with the invention of Cubfan's filtration systems, I have decided to open up another business venture, of course, and that is Kahn Water. Crystal clear, free water for Hermitcraft, and you can come here and get yourselves some delightful crystal clean water so you can stay hydrated during all your busy building projects. So once again, we were sabotaged, but that's okay, because we will never give up and we will never surrender, in the wise words of Tim Allen. And we are now in front of the brand new HRN station, and I think it is looking really cool. Now there's so much more we're going to add to it, all the additional floating platforms. We still need to come up with what's going to go on the top. I actually have a really good design, but unfortunately, I am just completely beat, and I am going to take a long rest after this episode and hopefully be able to stream over the weekend. So I'd love to get that top on there, but I think with my first video back, I've already worked on this for 3 days, so I think it was probably good for now. And yeah, I am really happy with it. I think it's a good design, and of course, guys, if you have any suggestions on how to plus it up and make it even better, definitely let me know, because I think it needs something, like maybe a little bit more white mixed into it just to lighten it up a little bit. But I also wanted it to be a little bit darker in design, so it's a little bit different than Mumbo's base and Green, so it has the same kind kind of vibe, but has its own unique characteristics. So like I said, guys, I really hope you liked it, and let's land right up on top of the platform. And this, of course, is where the cars are going to come on down into the unintentional mob farm. I gotta get it lit up, but every time I try, there's always something scary in there. So it'll go in there, you can get off, and then of course, the next car to continue down the line will go out this way, and then loop back down into the architect station. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. I had a ton of fun building it, and I'm so glad I'm back. Ouch. Like I said, I'm so glad to be back, and until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and it's real push you guys taking the time to watch my videos, and if you leave the videos with a rating, that would be much appreciated, and until next time, we'll see you later, and don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.